Ooh, we're live. We're live. We're live. No one's watching. Oh, okay, we're live. We're building an audience for you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Facebook Live. For all the people that are coming on right now, this is my Facebook Live, Harry Takeover for Shadowhunters TV. And I have a really special guest today, and that special guest is Magnus Bane. Hi. Who are we saying hi to? Magnus, it's this is Facebook Live. We're streaming to, thousands of or hundreds and thousands of people right now. All I see is myself on the screen. I don't see anyone. Who are we talking to? No. This is Facebook Live. You own a phone, right? Yes, I own a phone, and I make phone calls, and I do the text message thingies, but I've never done this live Facebook thing. No. Okay, the Facebook Live, what happens is you go online and then you talk to the fans. There's thousands of people that you can talk to, and then they can ask questions, and you can answer questions. Oh, that's brilliant. I might have to use that on my phone. So who are we talking to? So we're talking to everyone in the world. Yeah, it's like everyone all over the world. So Beyonce and Taylor Swift, I'd love to get together for some drinks and we can discuss your next show. No. I don't think Taylor or Beyonce are watching right now. But you say we're talking to everyone. Is this not everyone? No, it's fans of the show Shadowhunters. There's a show called Shadowhunters. Yes, you're one of the main characters. So I'm on a show called Shadowhunters. Yeah, I'm playing you, and it's awesome. You're like a legend. Okay, Harold, it's Harry. So, what questions do you guys have for me? I don't understand. What am I supposed to be doing? You know what, maybe this isn't right for you, Magnus. Maybe I'll just take over, because it's Harry Takeover, not Magnus Takeover. Brilliant. I'll go have a drink. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Let me answer some questions. That was Magnus that joined us, and I don't know how that went. So, okay, here we go. What's your favorite part about filming Shadowhunters? I think it's all the special effects and the fun, like, sci-fi, fantasy stuff that we get to do in the show. But, really one of my favorite things as far as playing Magnus is that we get to explore this side of, kind of, this very human side as well that, that you don't normally see in a lot of, like, fantasy shows. You deal with a lot of sci-fi aspects of it, but what I love is the human side, and really grounding these characters and to see what they would do. Especially, for Magnus as half demon and half human, you would think that he would be void of compassion or void of just having these human emotions, especially living for so long. You'd think he'd be jaded, which in some ways he is, but there is always a glimpse of humanity that will always seep through, and I think it's finding that's really important. That's what's really fun about, I think, shooting the show. Alright. War is coming. We will see Magnus being a leader to Downworlders, since he is the High Warlock of Brooklyn. I don't think we've got to that point yet, but I think there's a lot of foreshadowing of Magnus. He is a leader, he is a leader, and he also takes care of a lot of the vampires and all the Downworlders, that not just warlocks. I don't think he's all about just his kind, even though he does protect them. But he is the one that kind of has taken in a lot of younger Downworlders that need some direction in their life, and he's helped them a lot. And as you'll see that we're going to explore that in the show in season 2. Who is the most funny in the cast of Shadowhunters? Not me. It's probably Isaiah's pretty funny. Isaiah is really funny, actually. Dom's pretty funny too. Is there a lot of pressure being a character that's openly gay? Well, he's bisexual and now holds a position of inspiration for others, even if though you're simply doing a job. That's maybe that's a really good question, and also that's something that, you know, I think the character, when Cassandra Clare wrote it, it was someone that was based off her friend, and I think her story was that, you know, now he's openly he has a kid, he's openly gay, and he is kind of really just being in his comfortable in his own skin. And I think it's truly important to have these characters on television that showcase that, you know, a different side. You know, I think on television there's always been a certain way that people are portrayed, you know, gay, straight, you know, different races, and kind of how the media looks at it. And I think it's been a great time for media right now to showcase, I always say this, and some people don't like it, but new stereotypes. Because I think you can't stay away from stereotypes. You're always going to have stereotypes, and now it's just to keep creating new ones to the point where, you know, stereotypes are just shattered, period. Alright, here we go. What else do I got? I see nail polish. Yeah, you do. You know what I just heard? I just read that Alexander the Great used to get made fun of for wearing makeup, and he went on to be undefeated and ruled a really great empire. So, you know, I don't think makeup or anything defines you, but it does help you express yourself. So, go makeup. But we see Magnus' relationship with his parents, maybe. Can't speak too much on that, but maybe. Let's see. What can you tell about Magnus and Simon's relationship in Season 2? I have a script here if you guys want to read it. Should I just show it up? Just kidding. It's cool. I really love that they're really exploring Magnus's relationships with other downworlders, because I think it's important. And you get to see, specifically with Simon, you know, he is a young vampire. He is trying to figure out life, this new life. It's like he's reborn and into something that he's completely unfamiliar with, and he has no clue how to use his skills, his powers, and slowly developing it, but also how to deal with it. You know, I think that's a really important part of dealing with human life and trying to be around his family, but also how to stop from being killed and from dying. So that's where Magnus comes in. He gives him advice and steers him in the right direction, and it's a really funny dynamic, and I think you guys will really enjoy it when you see it. What else you got, guys? Shout out. What's up, Cynthia? What's up, Mags? Magnus more like magnet to me. Don't know what you mean by that. Can you say something in German? Nein. I can't really, so that's the only word I know. I will tell Emrod you said hi, and I'll tell Matt you said hi. Any emotional scenes for Malik? Yes, plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. You guys won't be disappointed, I'll tell you that. How many seasons will there be? Well, usually you would hope that you'd get a lot of seasons, but it all depends on how the current season does. So, you know, the more people watch and the more successful it is, the more seasons you get. So right now we have 2 seasons, 2. So we'll see. If you guys keep watching, then we'll hopefully have a 3rd one, and if not, then you'll enjoy the first 2 seasons. Let's see. You like Brazil? I love Brazil, but I've never been. I would love to go. I think we'll answer some Twitter questions. I love you guys, Facebook, but I also like Twitter too, so I'm going to answer some. Let's see. What is your most important common point with Magnus as an individual? You know, it's interesting. I get this question a lot, where like, how do you relate to Magnus? Because obviously I'm playing it, and I think that's a really important thing to have. There's a lot of things that I relate to him, as far as, you know, being compassionate, and at one point in my life, having like been jaded by, you know, doing something over, you know, for a long period of time. So I understand that feeling, not to his point, and being hurt in a relationship that has caused grief in my life, and you know, and losing someone very important to me. Obviously, he's lost hundreds of people in his life, if not thousands, over the centuries. But for me, it's also the separation. I just like the guy. I really love Magnus. I think Magnus is such an extraordinary character. He is someone that I would love to be friends with, and I think every time I see him in a new situation, it's trying to explore what would Magnus do, and this someone that I really love watching interact with people, and also and given the history and his background that he's had, I always find it really interesting to find myself in like a crossroads on like what I would do and what Magnus would do, and I think that's when it becomes really fun for me, because that's when the exploration starts. And so yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of things that I relate to, and there's a lot of things I don't, and that's really the fun part about playing it. Let's see. If you could have more scenes with anyone, who would it be and why? You know, Magnus hasn't really hung out with Luke much, even though he doesn't like to hang around Shadowhunters. Isaiah and I are really good friends, offset, and it'd be fun to do some scenes, whether it be us not liking each other, or you know, trying to, you know, being on a mission to help him with his woes, because he's about to have a lot of woes, and especially Isaiah. I feel like he's a great actor, and it'd be really fun to play in some more scenes with him and interact with the Downworlds. Although he is a Downworlder now, he used to be a Shadowhunter, so at this point it makes sense to combine forces and take over the world. No, I'm just kidding. He's not going to take over the world. Oh, thanks. Today is definitely the most fun takeover. I like to have fun, and I like to make sure that you guys have fun. So I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Hey, do you miss dancing? And hello from India. No, Indiana. It's very different. Indiana and India are very far apart and very, very different. Love you from Glee and Single by 30. I do miss dancing. I still dance, I haven't danced like I used to, which that's what I miss, you know, performing. Which I hope to do soon. You know, I'm working on a few other projects that will allow me to dance, full out dance, not just dance for like 30 seconds or 1 minute. So I look forward to that. And obviously, if it's right for the character, if it's right, you know, a lot of you guys have been talking about Magnus dancing, and I don't know yet. I don't think we fully explored that, because I don't know if he would be a good dancer. He can maybe float around and do some backflips, but that's not really dancing. You know, it's all about rhythm. Let's see. Was it difficult starting? Oh, Heather, Clary Magnus. I know those two names. Was it difficult starting out playing Magnus? I think any role when you start off is always difficult, because you're just trying to find it, and you know, sometimes when you're giving so much history and background, you know, that does make it difficult to sift through and trying to pull out the nuances that would make sense for certain scenes, and not completely give everything away. So it is difficult in the beginning, but I embraced it, and I'm glad that, you know, we got over that first season, and I'm getting a knock on the door, which probably means I have to go on set and start making a show that you guys hopefully enjoy.
Getting called in for blocking.
Getting called in for blocking. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Love you guys. I'm glad we got to talk, and we got to exchange what?
Enough with the pleasantry.
Enough with the pleasantry. This guy's this Italian dude is telling me to get out of here. Peace. Cool.